am not staying with my parents. I don't go that much out, and I am not enjoying with friends. And I'm so consistent for my work because of mindset. Mindset is cleared, and I know what I want to do in my life.
Even if we are prepared 70% or 60%, just start it, and then, you know, by repeating the same thing, we'll improve. But just sitting and
Yeah.
thinking that one day I'll become perfect, I'll be like great at it, and then I'll start, then you're just delaying things. You are not going to start.
Yeah, they started commenting on my video on the reels. Used to be makes short content, okay, earlier. So at the time they came and they criticized. And initially when I started learning, they were English medium student and they are rich people. I want to say this. I was shocked that they were my classmates.
Like, sometimes you get triggered with something, you get stressed, and you might face anxiety and everything, but you're not aware why it is happening, why you're stressed, or what's going on in your head. But then when you write
Mm.
it down, you get clarity, like why something
Yeah.
happened or why I reacted in a way how I did. Actually,
So
I watched all your videos, and your channel is really inspiring. Your journey is really inspiring, like how you struggled with English, and then how you started teaching English to people in your village, and you teach English on YouTube channel. So I was very, really impressed with your channel and how you build your confidence. So I really want to understand your journey, like how it all began, like from struggling with English to teaching other people.
my name is Sweta and I am from West Bengal and it's a village area where I stay. It's urban, like it's rural, sorry, it's rural area. And my district is Jalpaiguri. And I have completed my graduation and currently I'm doing masters. So my study is going on. With that, I started my journey of English and YouTube and making videos. So in this way, I started after graduation, and then I am studying still. I am doing masters, and with that, I started teaching as well. So my journey began with YouTube, and after that, I started teaching as well. I was helping people in this way, like we are having conversations. So at the time when I started making videos, and I realized that if I can talk in this way conversation, like having conversation with people, understanding their struggle or their struggle in their English language, or if I can, understand their feeling and rectify their mistakes, or I can just suggest them as a mentor. So in that way, I thought and started having conversation. Basically, my channel belongs to collaborate with people and inviting, and they email me and they come on my channel and they talk about English. So my channel belongs to English and yeah, conversational videos. So that's all about me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great. That, sometimes it happens that we are working on ourselves, but then still, you know, when we meet somebody who is better than us, whether we talk about YouTube, like there might be people who are doing better than you, or if I talk about, even girls who look prettier than you, or something like that. So, do you feel like ever like self-doubt, like I'm not good enough, or people are doing better? They have so many followers, subscribers, and maybe I'm not that good. How do you deal with that self-doubt?
I can tell you that I don't work on my self that much, or like, makeup and all things. And
Yeah.
usually I used to be simple all the time. And I see people, those who are YouTubers, those who are influencers, they do many things. But
Mhm.
I don't feel that, okay, if I'm not doing so, it is for me a kind of self-doubt. But I feel that I like to be simple, okay? And yeah, but I want to learn these things as well. Like makeup and self care is important,
Yeah.
and using of gharelu nuska and products and all things. I don't do. And my sister, let me tell you one thing that my sister, if she does any gharelu nuska, then only I apply of her. Like she's using, then I tell her that please give me your like we say basin and all things they do, like girls do actually these
Yeah.
things. So that time I don't prepare, but if my sister prepares, so I ask for that. And I'm learning actually. So I can't tell you that my personality is not good, then I feel that okay, what to do, what not. But day by day I'm learning, I'm trying. Today you can see myself that I did a little bit makeup. Okay,
You look
eyeliner a
really
little bit
pretty.
and
Even without
but this
makeup,
is
you look
like
really pretty, you know. I feel
uh,
like, yeah, that is the confidence you should have, that even with makeup, without makeup, you should be yourself. You're like, okay, I'm good. Even not only makeup, but then, self-care is pretty important,
self-care.
like working,
Yeah,
doing things like whether it's a simple skincare routine, or, taking care of your mental health, your physical health. That is more important than anything. Like, just, it's not about only putting makeup on your face. So it's, improving yourself overall in all terms, in all aspects. So that is pretty important. And even, I was talking about self-doubt. So it happens. It's pretty normal and natural that when we see somebody doing bit better than us, then we feel like, okay, uh, I am not good enough. If we will compare us with other, then, we are not also aware of their journey. Like, we don't know where they have started from.
yeah,
Maybe it's been, uh, 3 years for them when they started, but we have just started now. So even the parameter for comparison is not correct. So we don't know. Maybe we are on the second chapter of our life and they are on the 40th chapter. So there is no comparison. So what we are supposed to do is just, see where we stand and try to improve ourselves. So that's
absolutely.
important actually. I always get notification, like I see that you're very consistent with your videos. So I just want to understand, like, how you maintain that consistency. You're studying right now, you're doing your MA, and then you're making videos for your YouTube channel, you're teaching it to people in your village. So how do you, like, tell us something about time management and about your consistency?
If I talk about my study and also teaching and making videos, how do I manage? So I am sacrificing many things. I can tell you these things that managing time and doing properly our work is what that we need to sacrifice many things. I
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
go that much outside. When I do work, I do my work properly because um, I do work like at home, not I work from home, not outside, right? So I
Hmm.
do my work and I teach in institute. So there I go. Every day I have divided to do my work. So in the morning time, right now I'm having conversation. So most of the time I try to have conversation in the morning time, and in a daytime I go to institute and I don't teach every single day in institute. So I separate it, and also online classes I take. So that is also not every day. I take 3 days in a week. So and it is one-on-one session. So
Hmm.
with this I'm managing somehow. And if I talk about the study, I'm not able to manage my study
You're
properly. I'm not
sacrificing your
able.
studies.
I'm sacrificing my study. Yeah, this is you are saying right. Okay, but I'm not doing properly study that I need to do as I want to do, but I can't. But still, I am doing somehow multiple things and sacrifice. If I say, then I am not staying with my parents. I don't go that much out, and I am not enjoying with friends. And I'm so consistent for my work because of mindset is cleared, and I know what I want to do in my life, and I know the boundary of myself, that what I am and what for I need to work, right? So I have friends, but I don't connect with them. I don't hang out. I don't go outside.
You were also talking about direction, that you are clear with what you want in your life. And you know what happens with most of the people is that they don't know what they want from life. And they don't know their direction, what is their goal, what is their aim. And because of that lack of direction, they don't reach there and where they want, where they should be. And also, because of that, they cannot use their full potential. Like people are not even aware of their full potential because they don't know what they are good at. There is no sort of, self-understanding. They lack self-understanding, and it's like going anywhere. Like if sometimes it happens that parents told you that you should do this, and then uh, a child starts doing that, and there's a lack of direction. So that's pretty important that you should know what you want exactly, and then you have to be pretty focused on that. You should
Yes,
completely, you shouldn't look left and right, just go in that direction and just work for that. So I think you have that clarity, and that's really amazing.
absolutely.
We had our last conversation, we had a discussion related to journaling. So that is something common
Mhm.
in both of us. You also write journal regularly. I also write journal. And I just want to understand how journaling helps you, like in what way? And why do you have this? Like, why have you built this habit?
It is kind of a therapy for
Correct.
for ourselves. When I started writing, I felt that, like, you know, what we can say, halka. I was feeling so much relief and relaxed that I didn't feel earlier. So I feel so connected with myself. I started writing, and at that time I didn't know English properly, but still I wanted to write in English because of my improving. So I did hard work. Whatever I was doing, I was connected with the English language. I would highly recommend these things. If we are not able to express our feeling to anybody, or if we are not comfortable
Mm.
to share with them, we can write to get discover yourself. You can discover yourself, you can understand your feeling, you can achieve your dream, everything that make. I can't tell you, this journaling is really great in my life. It changed my life because I was struggling with life. I was not connecting with people, but I started writing and it made me in this way, the way I'm talking right now. So journaling has a great role in my life. That's what
Yeah.
I want to share.
Actually, I also, I started journaling because of my overthinking. So, all the
Okay.
time, like there is something going on in my head, and it's very
Yeah.
difficult to, control those thoughts. And my complete, like, then somehow I started, I don't know where I got the inspiration from, like how I got to know that writing will help me. But then when I started writing, I realized that it makes you feel so good, when you're able to write everything on a paper. And there are things that you cannot share with everyone. It's like you can't share with anybody, and then you have to keep it to yourself. And then you can obviously write it in your journal and make sure that nobody sees it. So you have to make sure that.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So, yeah. And, so whenever I feel overwhelmed, I always write it down, and then I feel really relaxed. And it really helps in self-understanding. Like, sometimes you get triggered with something, you get stressed, and you might face anxiety and everything, but you're not aware why it is happening, why you're stressed, or what's going on in your head. But then when you write
Mm.
it down, you get clarity, like why something
Yes.
happened or why I reacted in a way how I did. So it really helps. And even, your channel is related to English. So obviously, journaling helps in improving English as well. So it has a major role in terms of, self-discovery, self-improvement. So
Mhm.
I really suggest people to write journal. Like it should be a habit. Yeah, it really
Yes,
helps.
absolutely.
Mm.
And
I always hear this that fear is a state of mind. So, everything is in the mind. I just want to know what is your biggest fear and how do you deal with that?
what is my biggest
Biggest
fear,
fear.
and
Yeah.
how, till now I feel that stage fear I have.
Okay.
But recently I went to a seminar, and that was
Mhm.
not about English seminar, but it was about one of the company's seminar. Okay. my sister does, she works in a company. So
Mm.
we got chance to go in a trip and in a hotel, and we spent time, we enjoyed, and also we had a seminar. So there they highlighted me as a speaker. Like they told me, they invited me on the stage and to talk about my experience and anything that I can share. I didn't know about that much. I have no experience of that company,
Yeah.
but I talked in English, and on the stage in front of a lot of people. It was like everywhere, camera light and everything. It's the biggest stage, right? So I talked, and I felt that confident that I got from English language that earlier I didn't have. I sing. I love to sing. So I also gave audition in our area. It's a small audition I have given.
Okay.
So I gave that day. I scared a lot. So I was feeling that maybe stage fear I have, and I can't deal with that. But once I got to know, this month, I would say in April month, we went to a seminar and they invited me to talk about something in the stage, and I did that, and it was a confidence that I got from English language. So maybe if I can talk in English, then I'm so confident. But maybe if I will talk in another language, Hindi or anything, so maybe I will feel a lot of fear, and I have a fear for that. Maybe it comes with practice. So I don't have
Mhm.
practice to speak in
Obviously.
Hindi in front of people on the stage, or even meeting or any kind of things. That will be my biggest fear, I would say. But in English, I can manage. I
So
have that confidence.
how was that like how did you do in that uh like when
That
you
was
had
really
to
great.
it went
People
great.
admired me a lot. I spoke really well. They took a interview also. One of the guys who was there, who was making videos, and who is, I think, you creator of making videos. So he told me to take a interview or podcast kind of things. So he did that. So that day it was my luckiest day, I would say. Like I did many things which is not my comfort zone. It's very difficult to do that, right? So I did for the first time a podcast. That time also I was quite nervous, but I did that.
As you told me that you have stage fear, and when you were invited, you did really well. So this is what I always read and I always watch on YouTube videos that fear is in the mind. So it's just a state of
Yes.
mind, and you would have realized in that moment that it wasn't that difficult. You were very scared, but when you did well. So that's amazing. Even, when I had a conversation with you, so I wasn't aware that it is going to be on the spot. So we connected, and I was thinking that we will have a prep call where we will discuss how that conversation, like how that call gonna be. Like what will be the questions, and we will prepare for that. And you were like, let's do it on the spot, and you started recording the video, and then we had such a great conversation. That day I realized that, okay, it's not that difficult. I always thought
Yeah.
that I need, because I'm not somebody who can speak to everyone. I'm not that person. Like I told you that I'm an introvert, so I have to think. And on the spot conversation is really difficult for me. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
so, like,
Yes.
if you're asking me
I can.
questions and answering to those questions is quite difficult. Even, I dealt a lot with you. I had difficulty even having one-to-one conversation with people. So,
Okay.
conversation, talking is something like I always thought is not my thing. But then that day I realized that okay, it is not that difficult and I can do it. So sometimes, we think that it is difficult,
We
but
think
when we
and
do
we
it,
make it big.
when
Yeah. We
we
think
do,
and we make it big, but it is
correct,
not like
correct.
that.
We
And
think and we
why
make
it
it big,
happens
correct.
because, yeah, and why it happens because we don't take action, and when we don't do that thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you did, now you realize that it's normal. It's just a conversation. I know English, and I have knowledge to talk about. So
Yes,
why
yes.
can't I, right?
Like you said, taking action is important. So what I feel is, you can't just read about things and just be confident in a day. You need evidence. You need evidence. Like, for example, when you went to that stage, you did well, you got one evidence that, okay, I can do this. And then if you will do it again and
Yeah.
again, you will build that confidence with time. So,
Yes.
for everything, you need that, evidence. You need to take action and just do it with consistency, and with competence, you will build confidence. Tell me one advice that somebody gave to you, and you are like, okay, this is the best advice I have received from somebody.
Hmm. Yes. So I would say biggest life lesson that I got from my sister. She told me I was not that much serious in childhood. I in the village what we do, we just play, we don't do anything, we don't study well. I was not studying well. So when I was in 10th class, that time my sister told me to do something in your life that can add value in anyone's life. So I was
Correct.
not serious before 10th class, but my sister told me to do something. And once also she told me only one time that you need to do something, you need to be serious for your life. And I started doing that. We need to follow also. If anyone suggests, if anyone is suggesting, it depends on ourselves that we are following or not. If I wouldn't have followed, then it is not possible right now that I am right now, right? These things are important in our mind. Then only we work for our life. Otherwise, we feel to that it's normal, just have and sleep and eat. That's it.
Eat,
In
sleep,
that
and
way,
repeat.
I think, yeah. So yeah,
So that
that will
advice,
be a message from me that it's just a mindset and seriousness is also important in our lives so that we can do something.
so
Yeah.
the advice from your sister was be serious about life. But
Yes,
nobody's
and that
serious
I,
before 10th standard, no? Like we all are, we just go with the flow. But
yeah, that's
it's real.
important as well.
Yeah, that is
Before
pretty,
10th
pretty
class,
important. Correct. You have to be like
yeah,
focused.
enjoying life. So I was busy in that way and I didn't interact with people. So that is also important to interact with people and also making friends. These are also important in our life. Everything is important, right?
Absolutely. I think you should have a balance, like how you can
Balance.
manage your work, your studies, plus meeting people is also important. Meeting your friends is important. Connecting with them is important. So yeah, even when you're sometimes very stressed, you're overwhelmed, it's good to talk to your friends, share your feelings with them. Yeah, spend time with your
Mhm.
friends and family. So you should have that balance in your life. Just going in one direction is not good also. Even if I
Yes,
talk about mental health, so you need to have people around you, because maybe sometimes what
absolutely.
happens, you're continuously working, you're stressed, and you don't get time to connect with people. So I think we
Mhm.
should take out time. I know you are doing a lot of things and it becomes really difficult to manage the time, but then somehow I feel we should try to manage that. That is an important part of life.
Absolutely.
We should have that understanding, like if we have friends who can add value to our lives and who will bring negativity. So we should have that understanding, yeah. And then I'm very good at it. If I feel that somebody is bringing that negativity, and if they are not good for me, or they cannot add any value to my life, I'm very quick to disconnect. Then
Same.
yeah, I'm very quick to disconnect. I'm like, okay, this is not going good. Yeah.
Likewise, likewise. If I feel that no, this is not good for me, or
Mhm.
I feel demotivated or negativity, then I just
Mhm.
disconnect them. Yes. So it happens with me as well. In my college life, I disconnected with many people, many friends who criticized me. And initially, when I started learning, they were English medium students and they are rich people. I want to say this. So they are
Okay.
rich people and they are like city areas. They belong to city. They where I studied in my college life. So they criticized me. I was shocked that they were my classmates And when I started making videos, when I was in initial stage, I used to make videos, and I used to make basic videos, right? I can't make advanced level videos, but
Mm,
I used to make a kind of basic videos, verbs and tenses and quite basic things. At the time, they told me, "Oh, why are you making this kind of basic videos and you are making mistakes? First learn, then start teaching." In this way, they criticized me, and I replied back. Then they make it so worse. Like they started saying a lot of things about me, my personality, my character, many things they told me on the comment.
mhm, mhm.
So I never forget these things, and I disconnected, and I know right now who I am and who they are.
It's very easy to say that you're not doing this good, or uh, people make fun of things what we are doing. But then when you do it, then only you'll understand, okay, how much self-doubt we are facing, or how difficult is it, making videos, writing and everything. But whatever we are doing, we only know how much we face and how much time and effort we are putting into it. And it's easy to say, just watching a 30 seconds 1 minute video and then saying कि ये अच्छा नहीं है वो अच्छा नहीं है. It's very easy, but then when somebody will do it, then they'll realize कि okay, it's not that easy, and we are also dealing with a
Yeah,
lot of things. Even in our mind, a lot of things goes on. And it happened
absolutely.
with me also. My initial videos were really really bad, and when people were like they used to say कि अच्छा ये ऐसा है वो वैसा है, तो I used to feel really bad. And also it somewhere, that self-doubt was building inside me, like, okay, this is not possible, I cannot
Mhm.
do this, maybe they are right, or I should stop doing it. And then also there was, if even if one person says something to you, you feel like maybe everyone is watching my video, they might be laughing at me, or they might be making fun of my video. So those things comes a lot in my mind, how I'm speaking, how I'm looking,
Yeah,
everything. And when your friends only, they sometimes what happens, they only say it as a joke, but we take it personally, because we are doing
mhm.
hard work, we're putting a lot of time into it, and then we're like, okay, maybe I'm just wasting my time into it, and everyone is just making fun of that. So yeah, it happens.
But I feel that it's fine. Whatever I'm speaking, however I'm speaking, howsoever I'm speaking, it's sufficient for me, and I can convey my thought. But people, always feel that, okay, you have this problem, you have that problem. What we are doing, that is, see, that hard work or time or energy we're putting here. So, of course, we will learn gradually.
Yes,
Didn't,
yes.
it doesn't happen in a day or overnight, right?
Yeah, obviously. And even,
Yeah, that
if
is
we will
happening with
feel
me.
that, uh, we will start something when we will become perfect, so we are not going to start that thing. I think we should start anything maybe with, even if we are prepared 70% or 60%, just start it, and then, by repeating the same thing, we'll improve. But just sitting and
Yeah,
thinking that one day I'll become perfect, I'll be like great at it, and then I'll start, then you're just delaying things. You are not going to start that. So we have to just start the journey, and with journey only we'll improve, isn't it?
yeah, and in this way we will improve by practically doing many times.
Yes.
Repetition
Mm.
is important here.
Yes,
If we are
yes.
repeating, definitely will improve, and once we
Mm.
improve, then again we will achieve that another level. We will
Yes,
level up our,
better
right?
than the last time.
But
Correct. Thank you so much, Shweta, for joining, and accepting my invitation. I had a great conversation with you. And really, your journey is very inspiring. And thanks a lot for helping so many people in your village as well as on YouTube. So, yeah, thanks a lot.